I can't visualize. Good day, Mr. 20. I once read something that you shared where you were saying that if one can't visualize, they can imagine that their wish has been fulfilled and start giving thanks. May you please advise if that's correct. Your response will be highly appreciated. You know what's cool? There's a lot of people teaching make movies. You know what's cool? There's a lot of people that teach fake it till you make it. You know what's cool? A lot of people say words have power. You know what's cool? None of that matters. What matters is richness of reality. My name is Mr. 2020. You are listening to the Power of Imagination podcast. I implore you, if you haven't done manifestingmasterycourse.com yet, start now. It's a 90-day program. Takes about 10 to 15 minutes a day. It's $97. We tell you, we invite you, we implore you. Send me an update every 7 days, something small and sweet. If you want to, you don't have to. But I'd love to get to know you and get to know what you're into and offer guidance. This stuff moved me around the world. It assured me of a bunch of things that I really legally should never talk about because they say you can't do it. Anyway, they say all kind of dumb shit, don't they? So it doesn't matter. Visualization doesn't matter. It's got its place, but it's not feeling it real. So let's define a seeing. Let's define a state. The longer I teach this, the more I refine what I do. So years ago, I was refinishing a really nice oak chest of drawers. It was made of wormy oak. And we started with rough sandpaper, went to medium sandpaper, fine sandpaper, extra fine sandpaper, steel wool, and then emery cloth. It took ages, but boy, did it turn out nice. And I noticed the longer I teach, the finer my grit. And so a scene and a state to me are the same thing. A scene and a state both are how you experience what you experience. And so if I want to imagine money, I don't imagine seeing piles of money. Most people don't have money anymore. They have beeps. And a beep that's, if you go to the store and it goes beep, doesn't matter if you've got $1,000 or $10,000 in the bank. Or just enough to pay for the groceries. It's the same beep. So here's the thing. If a state is, how do I experience what I experience? I can think of $100. And I can notice, am I feeling that $100 is a big deal? I personally, if something is under $500 and it's an investment, I do not hesitate. I'll just notice real quick, is this a yes, is this a no? Usually takes no more than 2 minutes. Usually it's about 20 seconds, yes or no. Because $500 to me feels like a great amount of money to invest. 1,000, 5,000, I might think a little bit more. How big does $100 feel to you? This is where you get to play. How big does it feel to compliment a woman? I'm chatting with one of the young lifeguards again. They always ask me because they know me. And I say, look, you don't have to become more confident around her. You don't need to become more confident about you around her. You don't have, what you get to do is imagine. You get to imagine a you that can easily ask her a question and give her a compliment. And I'm not saying to use this as a technique, this part, but I notice people love when you ask them questions and give them compliments. And I actually do it all day long in the reverse order. I'll see someone with a cool pair of shoes, and I'll say, that's a cool pair of shoes. Why'd you pick those ones? Where'd you get them? And the conversations begin. Oh, my wife hates these. Well, your wife's not cool like you and I are. And the flirting and the fun begin. And I say, you don't have to imagine being confident. You can imagine somebody asking you, help me. Help me be a natural when talking with people, talking with women, whatever. You could imagine getting a compliment based on your status in life, based on what you naturally do, which implies that your wish is now natural. And sure, going back to the question, you know what? I'm thankful. I don't get in my car and go, I'm thankful for a nice car every day. You know what? I'm just thankful. Because I'm the guy who manifests up great deals on meat. I get premium steaks at below ground meat pricing. I got a Mercedes for much less than the price of a comparable Chevy. Bought it from someone who I know, love, and trust. That was my criteria. But there's this inner attitude of being thankful for knowing the law and how it works. There's also this sense of appreciation. I get in my car and I appreciate it. I keep it pretty darn clean. I pay attention to it. In other words, I'm not thankful that I'm married. I'm thankful that I appreciate her for who she is and what she brings to the world as a person and as my wife. So I don't know what your specific wish is here. I could send you in a lot of different directions. But the one that we sort of bumped into sneakily was identitybasedmanifesting.com. As a loving husband, I'm thankful that that's what I am. And I'm appreciative of her and her nuances. I'm not walking around saying I'm thankful for the puppies every day. I'm thankful. I just appreciate the love and the dance that we share. The problem that I see with what a lot of people are teaching is they say, walk around saying, I'm thank you, I'm thank you. Oh, thank you, I'm thankful. What would you feel that implies that? You see, I'm thankful that I get to answer your question and bless a lot of people. I'm thankful for almost 4 million listens. But what it really comes to, I'm thankful I'm me. And I'm thankful that I have this opportunity. And I don't think in terms of thankful. I just feel grateful that, I listen to the traffic going down the road, and I can remember when I was traffic going down the road in a far, far away land. And here, I get to serve. I get to give and be given to. So that's what I got today. If you got gold, we made some suggestions. If you're just getting started with us, manifestingmasterycourse.com. If you want to dive deeper into identity, which I strongly suggest, because if you change your identity, you won't struggle to change your activities. And you won't try to force things into your life. Notice how much I love and adore exploring identity, even in this podcast. And you can get that at identitybasedmanifesting.com. So that's what I got. Love you. Have a lovely day. Shipizo, I think I'm saying your name right. Shipizo. Thank you so much for your question. Now let's imagine of something yummy as we go into the segments. So bringing this back to identity so you don't make the mistake a lot of people make. How big is $100? You're going to measure that against something. What you're going to measure it against is you. How big are you? When it comes to money, when it comes to love, when it comes to owning a car. How big are you? And that's just a small bit of identity-based manifesting. Thanks for listening. Feel free to drop me a note. I love this. Shipizo, drop me an email. Wow. I lived for this. Leave a comment. Ask a question. Pay me a compliment. Like, share. Because you never know who you're going to bless. See ya.